What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Right, a few weeks ago I received an email from Karina, who works for Blue, which is basically a subsidiary of Imperial Tobacco Limited. So when I first got it, I was a little bit dubious because I was thinking, oh, big tobacco and all of that. So I basically said, right, what have you got then? What do you want me to review? Because I said I'm not reviewing heat not burn or anything like that. And she said, we got some liquid pods and basically a pod system for you. So I had to think about it, and I thought, sod it, I'll review it because it's e-liquid based. And if it's going to get someone off the stinkies, then I'm all for that. So that's what we got today, guys. We've got the MyBlu pod kit, and here it is. It's basically just a plug and play device, drawer activated, and all of that. So this is very simple to use. So it probably would suit a newbie, a vapor, someone who's just transitioning off the dreaded stinkies. So anyway, we got a little package. She sent me over a little package with some different flavors. These are pre-filled pods, and the prices aren't too bad though. This particular pod is £9.99. You do get one pre-filled pod with it. And the actual flavor pods, you can get packs of 4, like multi-packs of different flavors for £9.99 or £5.99 for 2 of the same flavor, basically. So you might think that sounds a little bit steep, but the pods actually last pretty well. So we're going to go down to the table first, have a good look around the device and the different pods and that, how to put it back in, etc. Then we'll come back up top and I'll talk about it some more. Right, quick look around this packaging then. So here's the front of the box. Not going into too much detail here, but we've got nothing on this side, got nothing on the other side there. We've got blue.com on that side, same on the other side here. On the back, it's we've got a warning for you, and it tells you about the different flavors which are in this box, but we'll show you that in a minute. But you can pause that and read it in your own time if you should so wish. This little box here does pull open. We've got improved pods written on there. Your flavor locked in, MyBlu's logo there. So flip this open like that, and we get a lovely little colourful picture here. Improved vape pods, your flavor locked in again. Picture of the pods there, and tells you about the different strengths of each of the pods. So let's just zoom right in for that. So the package that I've got, we've got the tobacco intense, which is 18 milligram per milliliters. We've got menthol intense, which is the same 18. Blueberry is 18, strawberry mint is 18, green apple and mango apricot are 9 milligrams per milliliter, so half the strength. So we also get a little leaflet here, which basically tells you all about the different e-liquids there. They all contain vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol flavorings, and nicotine. But we also get this little card here, which basically we've got Blue's website address there. We got all the social media on the bottom for you, and just another picture of it all there. Right, so this is what it's presented like then. So we get a little box here. It's a little starter kit. So in this little box here, you do get a USB charging cable, micro USB charging cable. We get a little user manual here, little pull out user manual. So it just tells you how to charge it. And we also tells you the max voltage is 3.9 volts. If this focuses, we've got 350 milliamp hour. We've got 5 volts input voltage, output volts of 3.7 and 2.5 amps. Now there is short circuit protection with this particular pod, and we also do get the automatic safety shutdown if you take a single puff for more than 10 seconds. Now when you're charging this one, if you've got a blue LED light, it's between 20 and 100% charge. Orange is 5 to 19%, red is 0 to 4%. So basically that's when you need to charge the device. So we've got another little picture on the inside of that box for you. Do also get this little blue card here, which is some sort of group, I believe, that you can join it there if you want to. Right, we also get pods in this particular kit. We've got 6 flavours. Not sure if this is just the review sample. Not sure what you actually get in the kit when you buy it. But I presume you just get this particular one here, which does include a tobacco flavoured cartridge in it. Where is it? It's one of these. Yes, this one here actually comes in the actual kit. But I'm not sure if you can buy another kit that includes all of this with it. But I'm presuming you can, because that's what they've given me to review. Anyway, so we've got the mango apricot, tobacco there, green apple, the menthol, and let's have a look at the pod now. Right, so the pod comes in the package just like this. So inside the top, we get a couple of contacts there. This is super easy to operate. You charge it at the bottom there. You get the LED indicator just there. Blue's logo there, and you've got a couple of little markings here. It does say 350 milliamp hours just on the side there. Just about read that. So it's a case of just putting the pod in, but we just have a look on the top here. There's your mouthpiece, so you've got a couple of air intakes at the top there. So a little bit of writing on here. So we've got the blueberry flavour here, 18 milligrams. You've got the little coil inside of all of this, a couple of contacts which make contact here. So to plug it back in, it's a little bit stiff, this one, because when I first got it, this was a little bit loose. So when I was plugging my pod in, it was just flopping about like my mouth. So what I did was just squeezed it forward a little bit like that. So now it's a little bit snug, but it's better in my opinion. So there you go. Clicks in. You can do it either way around, but we've got no play on it at all now. And there is a little juice marker there, so you can see how much juice you've got left in it. But this is a draw activate device. There's no on or off switch, anything like that. So when you want to puff, you just take a draw on it. So let's go back up top now, and I'll give you a bit more information. Right, we're back up top with the MyBlu pod device. Right, what are my thoughts with this one then? Right, first of all, the package they sent me, I was quite impressed with this box and everything. So it was all very well presented. When I first took it out of the box, though, and went to have my first vape on it, I was a little bit disappointed because these pods, when you first get it, my one anyway, this was a little bit loose. So I basically had to squeeze this part together in order for this to go in a little bit more snugly. And now it clicks in there in place. But at first, this was like wobbling around all over the place, backwards and forwards, this way, that way. So when you put it in your mouth, you can feel it moving. So the tolerances were far too loose for me. So I just basically, like to say, just give it a little squeeze forward, and then you might have to put like the back of it in first, and then just sort of squeeze it in there. But now it clicks into place, lovely jubbly, and we got no issues. But I thought I'd better point that one out because that's what happened with my particular one. But anyway, at first I didn't know how much these were, but before I've done this recording, I've had a look, and it's £9.99, and basically that is for the kit with the one tobacco pod in it. So that is not a bad price at all. When you think of the price of fags, I'm not sure how much they are these days. I gave up a few years ago. You're probably talking 7, 8, 9, even more pounds. So £10, you got yourself a pod kit, and you've got yourself a pre-filled pod. So that is a very good price in my opinion. Now, these aren't refillable, although I'll talk about it a little bit later on because I did manage to refill one of mine. But like I said earlier on, it's £5.99 for 2 pods, or £9.99 for 4 if you buy like the multi-pack with the different flavours. So this has got a 1.3 ohm coil in this with a 350 milliamp hour battery. And what I was finding was, as ever though, I always take out, because I'm a seasoned vaper, I take out an RTA, a sub-ohm tank, whatever out with me, and I vape my pods at the same time as well. So I'm not independently using this thing. But I was finding that the actual juice lasted me about 2 or 3 days. But of course, I'm not continually chain vaping on it. But so £2.50, £3 a pod with pre-filled e-liquid. When you think about it, with the price of cigarettes, that isn't actually a bad price. So anyway, let's go on to the performance of this particular kit. Right, we got no variable voltage, no variable wattage, no variable airflow. So you basically got what you've got. But anyway, it's quite a comfortable drip tip. This is, now I've sorted out that wiggling and that it is anyway. But this just give you a little pull in it now. Right, I've got the actual tobacco flavour in here because I thought I'd try them all out. And yeah, let's just give you a little pull. Here we go. So it's activated by just drawing on it. At first, I thought it was a tad airy, but now I've been using it for a good week, week and a half. I actually like the draw on it. What I find is you've got to give it a little bit of a pull at first, and then you can sort of, once you get it activated, you can do a nice long, slow draw on it. Depends how much vapor you want out of it and whatever. But I find the longer you take it, the best the flavour actually is with this one. But it is a nice loose mouth to lung. It's not too tight, so it's actually up my street. I like a nice loose mouth to lung. And this particular tobacco flavour, I thought I'd try out. I don't like tobacco at all. I hate the smell of smoking and all of that. But try this one out. It actually tastes like the smell of like a rolling tobacco. I used to like my rollies and that. But the flavour on it is not too bad. A little bit woody sort of tasting, but it doesn't taste like burnt tobacco, which is horrible. So yeah, I think the tobacco is not bad at all. It's like the taste of the aroma you get from tobacco before you actually burnt it. So yeah, really decent draw you get on this one. Then this got 18 milligram of e-liquid in it as well. So someone who's given up smoking, I think that's a good strength for you. The 9 milligram ones with two of the pods that I've got may be a little bit weak, but the 18 milligram, you do a nice long draw like that, you are getting a decent hit from it. So yeah, I think the draw and everything is really good. I'm super impressed with this particular pod. Anyway, I'll just give you a few tasters of the other one. Now, the strawberry mint one is the one that I like my strawberry, and I don't mind a little bit of mint. So that was the first one I tried out. It lasted me about 3 days. The pod did, and yeah, I thought it was a really nice flavour. Not the best in the world, but it was definitely passable. And so yes, I did enjoy the strawberry mint. But unfortunately, we've run out of that one. So we're going to give you the menthol one now. What's this one called? Menthol Intense. This is 18 milligram as well. It's actually really nice. It's not too much throat hit with this one because like sometimes with menthol I find it rips the back of my throat apart. But this one has actually got a nice flavour to it. Nice bit of cooling. It takes a while for the cooling to develop, but it is a nice menthol flavour. Let's have another drag. Does taste a little bit minty as well, like a cool mint, something like that. But it's definitely not a bad flavourful one, that one. Right, while we're at it, what else should we try? We've got, that's the strawberry one. Right, the blueberry. I wasn't an avid fan of this one actually. It's does resemble blueberries, but it's a little bit of a bitter taste I get from that one. So that isn't my favourite one. That's an 18 milligram as well. Then we've got the apricot one here, mango and apricot. So it should be a tropical taste. Not a bad bit of vapor production you get as well. That one isn't one of my favourites either. It's not quite tasting like what I would expect from something that's called a mango and apricot. It tastes a little bit synthetic for me, that one. But like I say, the strawberry mint one's nice, the menthol one's nice, and so is the tobacco one. Right, let's try a. I forgot to say actually that mango apricot was 9 milligrams, but to be honest, it's not that bad a hit you're getting from it because it still is 9 milligrams. You take a nice long draw, you still get satisfied. But it is the green apple one then. Yeah, that one. I'm just being honest, guys, with this one. The apple flavour there, you can taste that it is apple, but it's just not the best flavour in the world for me. It's if I was going to buy any of these pods, it would be the strawberry and lime, the menthol, and even the tobacco one. I think I would actually continue to use, even though I thought I hated tobacco. I actually quite like that one. But like I said, the mango, the apple, and the blueberry ones leave a little bit to be desired, in my opinion. But overall, with this particular device, though, it's 10 quid basically with a pre-filled pod. If I was just coming off the fags, someone gave me this, I would be quite happy with it. I'm a seasoned vapor. I've been vaping for 5 or 6 years. This definitely gives me a good enough. If I've left my RTA or something behind, I know that this is going to satisfy me. You give a nice long draw from it, you are getting that nick hit. You sort of get the pop at the end of the vape. And so I think it's a decent little pod kit, this one. There was that little niggle with the pods being a little bit too loose at first, but now I've just pushed it in. It means it clicks in there and it doesn't wobble around in your mouth. So yeah, overall with this one, I would have to give it a thumbs up. I think it's decent bit of kit. Yes, it's pre-filled pods, so that's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. If you've been vaping a while, you want to have something a little bit more cost effective. But that just brings me on to my final point. Right, here's the strawberry and whatever it was, strawberry and mint one. Right, when I first got this, of course, because I'm a bloody reviewer, I thought, can you actually refill these? So I did get myself, I sort of squeezed the pod and I got my tweezers on one side, I think it was. And you can pull the actual thing out. Blue aren't going to like me showing you this, but sod it, I'll show you what I've encountered. So there's your, see if I can get this to focus. There's your little coil with your wick in it. So in theory, you could try and pull that out and re-wick it, but I wouldn't advise doing that unless you know what you're actually doing. But what I did do was I just filled up this particular capsule with my own juice and put the cap back on. I put some 20 milligram Nick salt in it, some of my homemade blackcurrant, and push it back in. Make sure it's snugly pushed down. Get juice all over your hands. And plug it back in and see if it works. Yeah, buddy. So there you go. You can actually prise it off and refill it, but don't tell anyone I told you that one. Anyway, that wraps it up, guys. Like I said, I would give this one a thumbs up. It's a decent pod kit. It's definitely good for a starter or anyone who just wants a stealth vape for out and about. Big thanks to Karina at Blue for sending this one over for review. It is very much appreciated. So I've got my own website, guys. It's mfvape.co.uk. You can find me on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links are below the video as ever. And you can also catch this over on VapeTube. So check it out over there and drop us a little sub. It would be much appreciated. So until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.